the 808 had just a specific sound that people really were into at the time. It didn't sound really like a true drum, but it didn't sound too electronic. It was kind of somewhere in between, and like hip hop and just really embraced it. And then soul embraced it. Like I was saying, like I think part of it was Marvin Gaye used it and recorded a whole album using one, and it helped propel his career because it was such a different sound that people weren't really used to, especially in soul and R&B.
Oh, we are? Oh, sweet.
You did the microphone test? Because
testes.
Hello.
What's up?
I can't do that. Well, that's all mic right there.
Good? Are the levels good?
Wow. Episode 18, guys. I feel like we haven't been in here in a while.
Yeah.
Because we haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I miss it.
Yeah.
How's everyone doing?
Good.
It's
cold now, and you don't have your scarf on.
No, I can't. We'll fit a scarf in my pink sweater.
It's a good thing I didn't
It's
wear
more
that.
salmon than pink.
Yeah, we
There we go.
We have the same sweater.
Don't you have matching like sweats too?
Yeah. So.
Oh. Well, no, actually, I do have some joggers the exact same color as this.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one time, I was in a horrible mood and I went into Costco in this sweater with some joggers matching. And I just look like a giant salmon. Just
should have walked with that little wiggle, like
wiggle. Swag. Oh man, yeah. So, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't have a ton of stuff on the agenda today, but I feel like we could freeball it. But I do have a few things on the agenda today.
Let's do it.
All right. So. This is to all of the collectors out there, a little bit of collector talk. Is there such thing as being a quote unquote collector snob in our world? And what I mean is well, for example, and so I was on our Instagram page the other day and I had posted a picture of the 132 Sean's Mustang from Fast and Furious, and so many people are like, "Oh, if it's not in 124, I don't even with it. If it's not in 124, I don't care." And I was like, well, that's kind of a strong statement, don't you think? But I understand if you want to collect a certain size, preferably, cool. But I mean to just be like, if it's not a 124, be like, if it's not a Louis V, I don't care. Know, is there such thing as being a collector snob? And if so, have you guys ever experienced that before?
I think it's kind of weird because you might be into something specific, but they're just being vocal about how specific they are with what they collect. If I'm collecting only 164. I can care less about a 132 or 124 that comes out, right?
Yeah.
But I don't have to go out and say, I don't care about it because it's not 164. It's you collect what you like. I don't care I don't think it's really being a snob. It's just, why do you have to be vocal about not, does anyone else care that you collect only 164 or only 124?
Yeah,
it really doesn't really matter, right?
Very
Maybe
pretentious.
they're just trying to get their point across to the company.
Yeah,
I don't
could
know.
be it. Yeah, that's true. I mean, maybe they're.
But then again, I would probably go about it a different way and saying, "Oh, there's no point in collecting it if it's not in 124." How about, is this offered in 124?
Yeah,
that'd be a good start.
Or this is cool, but I'd get it if it was 124 because that's what I collect.
Yeah.
How do you spell?
There needs to be some type of abbreviation. It's got a little bit of a dude. I don't even know how to say.
Those previews that you do when you have the caption. How are you going to do that with this one?
I don't know. It probably has to be like, well, Mike, I don't know, in a towel or something, and he's.
I've seen you do
Yeah.
like other things where like maybe the verbiage is not so clear and you just like question mark it.
On some of our Instagram posts.
Yeah.
You know? It's probably me too, by the way, because I was probably stuttering. So I wasn't about to type ST dash for the same goddamn word.
Jada hires guys who stutters.
As the freaking host. Jada, what are you doing? Turning in my resume right now.
Oh man.
Yeah, can't beat me on that. Yeah. I've been making some breakthroughs on that though. I was telling Brian and Cyril about that. So not too long ago, we actually had a meeting and I had to present and I kind of bombed.
You didn't.
I admit. Well, to me, I bombed. And so immediately after that, in my humiliation, instead of being a little B, I decided to educate myself and then to get some tools. And so I bought a book on stuttering, and it like unlocked all these new techniques in my mind that I've been able to really easily implement. And like I still do it, but it's like helped out a lot.
That's good.
It's crazy.
Can I tell you something about this guy too?
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite things about him too. This is the proactivity to constantly
better himself.
Yeah. Like when you go through something and like whether you don't have the necessary experience or you go through something and you're so hard on yourself that you kind of do whatever it takes to just kind of throw yourself into the fire and learn from experience. Mm-hmm. And so like you, in my opinion, is not really a mistake.
No.
Right? It's just an experience that you've yet to have, but to have like that drive and that ambition to push yourself to constantly learn.
Like some people will take it and start sulking and be down on themselves. But you always go and take that challenge head on and say, you know what, there's an issue here. Let me address it. Let me try to figure out how to fix that. That's awesome.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate that.
Hey, he took a compliment.
Progress.
Talk about progress.
Hey, man, I'm smiling big today, and I don't even care. I don't have my fake tooth in, but I don't care. I still have to start that page though, the GoFundMe. But man, proactivity is everything. Yeah. Okay. Well, have you guys, and so back to the whole snobby thing, and things that you guys collect, and so maybe in a past life as to where that you weren't the person that you are now, but did you ever have a time as to where, but you would have been that person who was that overly vocal, snobby person? Because I definitely was that person in many occasions in an older life. I could talk about one. And so with me, I have a martial arts background, as I've stated before. And so a bad thing that happens to a lot of people when they first start out for martial arts is that they're so stupid, but they think that their style is the best style and that it's able to defeat every other style. And when I was a kid, and this was back when YouTube had first started, I used to go onto YouTube videos of of Muay Thai fighters or to kickboxers or to jiu-jitsu guys and be like, oh yeah, well they're pretty good, but a Taekwondo guy, he would them up. And like I used to get into comment wars with other people for days and hours, and I would get so infuriated, like actually heated, because somebody else thought differently than me. And so that's one example I could think of, which is such a stupid example because God, like why would you go and seek out another, I'm spending all this valuable time as a kid on somebody else's channel just talking for no reason.
Yeah.
For no reason.
I've never been that way.
Sorry. Neither have I.
No, but you guys have never. Hey, man. Damn. I guess I'm all alone on this one. I've grown a lot. I've grown a lot here and there.
It's funny to I guess scroll through it and read it. now. But even who I am now to who I was back then, like I was never one to get on the keyboard and like start just getting.
Well,
on
let me
there.
ask you, like for example, I know you collected like Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Was there a certain kind of
Wait,
Yu-Gi-Oh?
me or-
Yeah, you.
Oh, okay.
Daryl. I mean,
Oh,
yes, Daryl. For those who aren't watching, yeah, I'm looking at Daryl.
It's a pretty face.
Yeah,
What can I
yeah. So like you
got a haircut,
did you
too.
or did
I
you
did
ever
get a
collect
haircut.
Pokemon cards?
Yeah.
Did you have a certain kind or you know, like did you like grass or fire or something like that? No, you just collected all. And
I mean, I had
when
a
you played,
favorite.
did you
I know some people who like grass.
cricket?
Okay.
Never mind. That didn't.
I mean, I had a favorite.
Yeah,
Like
just
a favorite
favorites.
card.
Yeah, but it is like because I mean I'm like you. I haven't never had been like that.
Yeah.
Where I was vocal about what I was collecting and like what I like is better than anyone else's.
I mean, I was proud.
Yeah,
Like when I got, I like Charizard,
yeah,
the actual card. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I got Charizard, I was like super happy with it.
Oh, yeah.
And like, you know, when you're a kid and you have like at the time Charizard was like the rarest thing,
Yeah.
the hardest one to
to
get.
Yeah.
And yeah. So and he was super expensive too. If you like bought him as a single card. But as a little kid, like you know, you go to school, you're like, look what I got! I got
Yeah.
Charizard. Like,
Yeah.
So I mean, but I never was like, "Hi, I got Charizard." You know?
yeah. It's like oh you got a whatever Pikachu. Who cares? Charizard's better.
Yeah. That's
like that.
jealousy.
Yeah.
Get out of here with negativity. Yeah, I got Zapdos. Get out of here. But yeah, I was never.
Yeah. Sorry, Jordan. You're alone on this one.
I am all alone because I could think of so many areas in my younger life as to where I was like that. You know, okay, if like you know for Pokemon cards, I was like that for a Pokemon to Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
No, I mean from Pokemon to Digimon.
Oh,
I used to talk all kinds of crap about the Digimon kids
Yeah.
and look at their cards and be like, damn, well, y'all's cards suck.
well, you know, when I was younger, and this is when like Transformers started coming out, and there was GoBots, and GoBots. Everyone thought like you know GoBots is the ripoff of Transformers and whatnot, and I was always the one kind of like just kind of what's the word defending them because I thought GoBots was just as cool. It was, you know, I thought they were pretty. I mean, yeah, they weren't as elaborate as transformations were concerned, but yeah, I found myself like backing them up, like backing that show up because everyone like, oh, Transformers, don't watch GoBots.
Yeah.
What are these like noises just coming from? Like
Our own
And
dialogue.
even today, like I posted up a picture because I was given a whole set of one of the GoBot what are they called combiners. It's like 6 cars that combine into a bigger robot, and I posted it up on my social media feed on my Facebook, and it's like, oh, what are you doing with that knockoff crap? You know, those are knockoff Transformers. I'm like, nah, these are cool. These are, I mean,
You're just a hater.
yeah, I think so. And I think that's what it is too. Is like some people are haters, and that's why they're talking crap about other people's like things that other people collect.
Yeah. Yep. That's so true.
I mean, it's
man.
cool about being proud about what you're collecting, but I mean,
Don't be tribal.
it's to each your own. Like you don't. Why you have to talk or put someone else down?
right.
You know, I don't get it. Doesn't make sense to me.
You know what? As I think back to it now, it doesn't make any sense at all. It was just pure tribal theory, and I'm talking. You know, well, human beings are fascinating. You know, I feel like those initial instincts I used to have, and that so many other people have, that crazy tribalism. It's what helped us back in the Stone Age, as to where you know if another their group tried to take our stuff,
Right.
we had that rage inside of us to fight against them and kill them, so
Yeah.
that we were able to keep our stuff. But in today's world, it's just stupid now. You know, I still have a little bit of that in me when it comes to PlayStation 4 versus Xbox. It's so funny. I feel like that is the one area as to where almost everybody still engages into crap like that. It's funny, especially back when they both had first came out. I'm talking like PlayStation 2 versus the first Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
There were just wars against friends,
Yeah.
but like it was funny. Everybody was able to agree on how good a game was,
Right.
even if that game is on PlayStation and Xbox.
Yeah.
But nobody was ever able to agree as to which one was better.
Well, I think it's hard because like the investment for a game system back then was a lot.
Yeah.
So you could only, most households can only afford one or the other. So you had to pick. And whichever one you picked, you would have to kind of be on that side because you'd have to make sure that all your friends had the same one, so you guys can play the games together or share games or like let each other borrow games, or else it's like that's what I think. I think that's how kind of how it went.
On a smaller scale, that still exists today. Apple versus
Droid.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm
Droid,
still doing it.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's true.
Okay, scratch that. I haven't grown at all. Because I used to have a Droid. You know what? I don't think that this is right, but so what if somebody has spent a lot of time on the other side, and then they've had a negative experience on the during that time, and then they switch over to the other side? Is that still as bad? Because prior to me having my first iPhone, well, this is the iPhone 7 Plus. Prior to that, I had Droids my entire life, and then what led me to go and switch over to iPhone was how crappy that my Droid phones were.
No.
Everything on them was slow. All the apps were super slow. I just felt like, it was just an inadequate system. And then I switched over to Apple, and then all those problems just magically disappeared.
Well, I think it's two things. I think first of all, it's an opinion based on your own experience,
Yeah.
but also, and because there's so many different like Droid phones out there, because you're coming from one, it's not coming from a place of ignorance either.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's based on experience.
yeah.
I mean, it also depends on how you use it. If you use it in a certain way, certain things will happen to where your system won't work as strong. Like I know a lot of people who like to do all kinds of modifications and stuff, and the more modifications you do, the more issues you are prone to, and more open your phone is to getting hacked or viruses or whatever.
Yeah.
And for me, I don't care about any of that customization stuff.
Yeah.
That's why I went with Apple, because their system is a closed system, but they keep it on check.
Yeah, definitely.
You're not going to have any problems, and it's really rare if something happens because of a third party app.
Yeah.
So I mean, I just like the peace of mind I have. I mean, even now, like you have your Google Gmail or whatever, and that gets hacked, and now all that stuff, you rely on it so much, and it gets hacked. I mean, Apple can get hacked, but they're just a little more proactive about keeping their customers' information safe.
Yeah. Interesting. I had something interesting. Oh, speaking of tribalism, see, Apple, they are so smart. They've made it so that we are all a little, subconsciously tribal against people who don't have an Apple phone. And here's how. But how like if you're texting somebody and they have a blue square, or like it comes up blue, it's another Apple phone.
Yeah,
I've noticed that, and like it's happened in my subconscious, and then I'm able to feel it. Like I notice if I see a green bubble.
Yeah. Oh, you're a green bubble friend.
But also because it's kind of an ugly shade of green. It's kind of like a poop green almost, and so it just makes me feel icky. And then I was thinking about that, but I'm like, Apple's smart for making it green. If I was the CEO of Apple, I would make it brown, because you won't want to text anybody. Nobody will ever want to text you, and then eventually you'll just have to switch over.
I'm okay if it's like a single person, like it's a one-on-one conversation and it's like green, whatever. It kind of starts to bug me if I'm in a group message.
In a group message,
you can have messages come in like zoop, 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 and it's like white, blue, perfect. And then that one friend, green. Boom. Screws the entire conversation.
Well,
Dude,
that one
I'm out.
Well, that one friend.
There's a snobbiness that's coming out.
It exists in us all. I'm telling you.
I wasn't denying that it didn't exist in me. It's just like we were having a conversation of like keyboard warrior, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
I don't do that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But like this, yeah. I mean, of course, at the end of the day, I'm just poking fun at them. I'm not serious about it. But
The only reason why really it annoys me, and it doesn't really annoy me, but the one time it does annoy me is when I'm sending video. Because the green bubble people will, for some reason,
You see,
it causes the video to compress down, so you can't see it in full resolution, and they don't get the full effect of whatever the video you're sending. So that kind of sucks. You can have one other person that's an iPhone and then another person who's a green bubble friend.
It's like, hey, your AirDrop on? What's that?
Do you want to FaceTime later? Huh?
Exactly.
Hey, but you should join the Google Hangout. What?
So check this out. Okay, let's go back to collecting real quick.
Yeah.
So collectors, the hardcore ones that like completists, they have to have everything. What do you think? Is it a sickness? Is it hoarding? Is it, or is it like just because they like something, they're just very like good at completing or following through with what they're into?
That's a good question. I feel like it's a variety of all three of those kinds of people. To be honest, as far as it being a sickness, I could always tell based off our social media when okay, for example, I could always tell who's a casual drinker. I could tell who likes to party hard, and then I could tell who's an alcoholic.
Right, yeah.
And so if you split kind up in collectors, and so typically, I feel like the collector who is a completist, they're a little bit more balanced, but they're very ambitious and like they have to get it, but they're not super crazy about it.
Yeah.
Then there are those ones who are just straight up, I don't want to say it. I won't say it, but they're a little too about that.
I mean, there's some people,
which I appreciate.
I think where it becomes a sickness is if you can't afford it, but you still got to do it.
Well, like at that point, it's like borderline. It's like obsessive.
Yeah.
That's an addiction.
Yeah, exactly. But there's people out there who can't afford it and who are able to, like there's some people. I think there's a different kind of person that can afford it to collect everything, but they also like the hunt. So they like the part, trying to find all the parts or all the pieces, all the whatever models that you're collecting, and then and that's the reward, and they keep that's what keeps them going. Some people are just about just getting everything, so they just order from distributors and they don't, they just put it away. They don't even open the boxes anymore. They just know that they have it and they put it away. The same kind of person, both can afford it. Is anyone worse than the other, or is it that's just the way of you decide to collect? Is it I'm not sure. I don't know. I to me the person who goes out there and tries to find them, that's where the fun comes from. I guess for the other person, the fun is just because he knows he has it. It's
more rewarding, I think, if you go kind of through the process of actually trying to find it, as opposed to kind of like taking the easy way. But I don't know.
But there's also like that satisfaction knowing that you have that connection.
Yeah.
To be able to get.
If I'm honest, I'm that guy.
What one?
Having the connection, making it easy.
Yeah.
So. Damn it, Brian!
What does that mean, Brian?
I missed that.
I just saw him go up, and I was like, "What?" He goes. I mean, like I'm that kind of guy, but I nothing to take away from the people that actually like to like go hunt for things. I think there's a level of like we're talking about of being into it.
Yeah,
I suppose. Like if you're really, really, really into it, I think you would value more of going out to the store or wherever and trying to find it as opposed to like what I would do.
Yeah.
But do people actually, and I'm saying this as a person who is still pretty new and sort of ignorant to it, but do people actually have to go far and wide to collect certain models? You know, I mean,
yeah. Like certain things aren't available in their area, so they either have to reach out to different places online.
I guess like look at it this way, right? Like Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Comic-Con is like the one big event throughout the year for people that are like really big into pop culture, right? And they go there with all like the badges and things like that for multiple days, including preview night, because they know that companies are going to be selling something like really exclusive. You see this like because the secondary market always has like something like the price fluctuation. So then like the people that are really about it and like into that kind of stuff and are genuinely excited is like for sure like, yeah, I want to go. I'm going to go and I'm going to wake up early.
Thousands of bucks in my pocket and I'm ready to spend.
Yeah. No, those are the hardcore people that are about it. Yeah. Me? Don't get me wrong. I like Comic-Con. I like going. But if I know somebody that's going, I'm going to be like, yo. Yeah. Or if I know somebody that's working the booth, be like, yo, can you
can you get in line early for me?
Yeah. But it's different. Like I'm into it, but I'm not like that into it.
Right.
You know? But nothing to take away from the people that actually are. I think they just value the experience more. It's cool to be around the same crowd of people.
Yeah. And also that excitement of were you able to get it or not?
Yeah.
You know, because it's like hunting. You know, you go out to hunt. Or even I like fishing. I go fishing. Some days I come back without a catch, and it's just that much more exciting when you are able to catch something.
Yeah,
and that's why you keep doing it because it's that anticipation, the excitement, and the thrill of not knowing whether or not you're going to come home with something that you wanted.
Yeah, for me, I like the connections part.
Yeah,
makes me feel important.
Yeah, so it's like it's either you go on a boat and try to fish for your own food, or go to 99 Ranch and pick up a frozen. You
already know where I'm going.
Hey, we should go fishing.
Yeah, I love fishing, man. I got all the gear. If you ever want to go, I don't got a boat, but I got all the stuff.
Hey, we should do a fishing podcast because fishing takes forever.
Yeah, it does.
So we could just have one long ass podcast.
Oh, what we can do? We can go surf fishing.
Surf fishing?
I just had this funny picture in my head of Jordan's line like getting caught right now and he needs help and we all just kind of go and like help him out.
Around my waist.
Do you
stacked up?
So yeah, surf fishing. We just take our trucks, park it on the beach, not camp out, but like set up a little camp area so we can sit and just fish and talk and
that sounds fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, but is surf fishing
you're fishing right on the beach.
You're not like actually surfing.
Yeah. Okay, I was about to.
Yeah. You're on your surfboard, catching a wave.
Well, that sounds extreme. Mountain Dew, extreme.
Yeah.
No, that'd be dope.
Maybe we'll do that.
I'm down.
Sounds fun.
Yeah. I definitely. As far as this topic goes, though.
Oh my god! I just had a cool idea, but I'll let you finish first.
Oh no, go ahead.
Oh no, because now my head's going of like how we can change up our podcast and things like that. Yeah. So, Mike and I have had this conversation in the past where we do like a company outing for like team bonding. And one of the ideas was K1.
Yes.
The electrical go-karts. But I know Jordan and I have our own personal story about this. But so one of the things that you can do at K1 is, you can...
I'm sorry. I'm just thinking about that time that we went to K1.
It's an offline story. Companies can kind of pitch in and kind of combine like the one tracks, right? So that we can go in as a company, pitch in like certain dollar amounts for people, and we can have like the entire track to ourselves for however long as we want. How dope would it be? Because you have the helmets, GoPro mount, and you have like a
microphone.
And you're just talking as you're driving.
Yeah,
that would be pretty cool.
That would be kind of cool.
Yeah,
that'd be cool, but it'd be dangerous.
It would be.
That'd be cool. It's like if we had like two-way communication to be able to do the whole thing, to hear each other and try to like that's the whole challenge is try to have a whole pod like while you're driving around.
Yeah.
And we're all friends after because Daryl knows I could talk some stuff.
Yeah. Let's not go there.
Yeah, probably not.
I got whiplash the last time.
These little bastard kids.
Yeah.
Just trying to kill you.
Yeah.
K1. Hell yeah,
So,
that'd be fun.
Anyway, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting.
Yeah. I think where was? Oh, so back to the collector sickness thing. I think that it might be a sickness if you have either a diecast as your profile picture, or but you have but you have something about being a collector in your screen name, in your actual like username, you know, or diecast something. I'm like, all right, he's about that.
Well, okay, that's only if it's a sickness, if that's their like main profile that they use for their family, their friends. Like if you have a specific profile just for that, that's fine.
Yeah.
But if it's like the one you use to contact grandma, yeah,
Or like contact your friends. Hey, let's go grab a beer tonight or something.
Coming from Car Collector 83622.
Car Collector 6969.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with like starting your own page to kind of show off like
What you're into.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. And and there are 3 dudes who I always tag on Feature Friday because they just send over some fire.
Yeah. Oh man, there's some talent out there, man.
Some real talent out there, man. And so I wonder why the fan base is so strong in Indonesia, Malaysia,
and
Do a
all
lot
those.
of
Yeah.
customs.
I wonder why. So what do you think it is specifically about that area?
Well, shout out to our Indonesian fans.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Y'all
Yeah,
got some
all
good
good.
food too.
Do they?
Yeah.
Yeah, what they got?
There's this place that I go to out in Westco that's like
They got
some pretty
rice.
bomb-
I gotta give you that. I know.
They got some pretty bomb like Indonesian noodles. That's what I call them. It's pretty good.
Brian's over there choking. Hey, Brian, how many minutes has this been? 32?
That's it.
That's how you know I'm dry.
This has been a fun one though.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. So
Indonesian noodles.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to the Indonesian collectors. I really don't know. I mean, they're passionate about it. It's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, maybe it has to do with like because our style is kind of like the American custom culture, right? And a lot of like other countries kind of embrace. That's like how we like to embrace other countries' styles.
Yeah.
Like we're into JDM, style, and we see all these other types of vehicles. Like even like how the Saudi Arabian guys are doing their off roading. I mean, their cars are crazy. And you see all that and you get into it. Maybe they're embracing the American custom culture, and that's how they enjoy it, by collecting the vehicles that we create, because that's kind of our style that we put out on our toys.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know what though? I mean, like it also goes. I think it also shows the difference. I think between like the difference in collectors, say here versus over there, where they're a little bit more going back to like the proactiveness of things. Like they're more about showcasing their collection. And maybe the people are just different, where they kind of encourage that kind of stuff instead of the whole keyboard warrior. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, what's nice is that they're making communities that are just dedicated to
They're more proactive in like putting together a community.
Yeah. Because a lot of the guys out here, they're just really just individuals that are just showing off their stuff on their social media.
Yeah.
But out there, they're having meets. They're getting together to have like photo sessions with their cars and their toys, which is really cool to me. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, and that's actually really a thing too. As far as like Eastern culture, they're very about the collective group. As opposed to Western culture, it's all about the individual over here. So it just it rings true in almost everything that they do, seemingly.
Yeah.
Hey, do you guys think that if we went down there as Jada, that we would be worshipped as gods?
Maybe not worship, but maybe you, G-Max.
But y'all see my Instagram real quick?
Yeah.
Old Spice sponsor.
Old Spice.
Well, speaking of meats, Hey, we should throw a car meet.
We talked about that.
Yeah, we talked about doing that.
Oh yeah, I forgot, huh? But
We talked about it multiple times.
Yeah, there were some bumps in the road. I think when you're talking about, well, first of all, you have to get like the city, I think, to sign off on it.
Yeah, because you're going to be
Local-
gathering a bunch of people. You have to get a permit to be able to do it.
local law enforcement, and then the other thing is like space. You know,
If you're expecting a certain amount of people, you have to provide bathrooms. So we'd have to rent outhouses and stuff like that.
hey, there's this one company that has some nice outhouses. I just wanted to bring that up. I was at a spot
SEMA.
recently.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah, that one at SEMA.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
It looks
SEMA,
straight up
really.
like a hotel bathroom
Yeah.
inside of a bungalow.
Yeah,
That too. Yeah.
it's great.
Yeah. So we want to know for everyone out there that if JadaToys had a car meet, how many of you car enthusiasts would show up? So I'm gonna just leave that out there. But don't actually show up here because we don't have anything lined up yet. But just don't do that. But we're just curious.
Yeah.
No, we've talked about it quite a bit. We wanted to do stuff with, should we partner up with a retailer or should we just do it here at our headquarters, or rent out a space somewhere. But logistically, there's a lot to it.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot of effort, and it's not easy because we want to make sure it's legit. We just don't want to do an open call and say, "Hey, come out here and let's talk cars."
Yeah.
Then it could get pretty crazy, and then we don't want that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really crazy or really sad. Do you ever see those kids in this used to happen in high school all the time. You ever see those kids who they would throw a party and nobody would show
Oh
up?
man, that makes me sad.
There was one. I think I showed you. Why are you laughing, dude?
It's hilarious. It's just so messed. It's one of those things that's so messed up that you try not to laugh, but you just end up laughing.
There was this story I think I showed you guys not too long ago of this little boy's like 6-year-old. He turned 6. This is like his 6-year-old birthday party or something like that. And his mom had posted a picture to social media of like nobody showing up. So it was pretty sad. But I think the Phoenix Suns caught word because it was out in Phoenix, I believe. The Phoenix Suns saw NBA basketball team, for my basketball fans out there, saw this and like invited him down. And it was like really early on in the season, so that's when the Lakers had played. So LeBron was coming and things like that. So the players had caught wind of it too. So invited the kid back, to like the locker rooms and things like that. Gave him like VIP treatment and said happy birthday. So that was cool.
Yeah.
It's really cool to see. But I kind of have like my own like thoughts about it. As a mom, why would you post that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
that seems a little staged.
I'm not gonna get into it, but it's cool. It's
Right.
a cool thing. It's a good thing for a kid, and I'm glad the Suns, like a big basketball organization, was able to recognize it, did something about
Yeah,
it. Right.
yeah.
It was memorable. So I thought it was cool.
Well, you bringing up that story made me feel like such a huge dick right now. I didn't. Well, let me provide a little bit of context so that I don't come off as so evil and mean. There were times in high school as to where there would be certain kids who thought that who were a little inflated. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And thought that they were this, and that.
Yeah.
And so they would try to put it to the test. They would throw a party and nobody would show up, which lets kind of, of what they think of you.
Yeah.
So that's why I was laughing. It wasn't laughing at just some just some poor sad kid who just wants friends. I'm not laughing at that. That's sad. I'm talking about people who shouldn't have any friends.
Yeah.
And then when they actually have a test to see who their real friends are, they bounce. I laugh at that.
Yeah.
I'm a vengeful guy. But yeah. So I'm not a total jerk.
Context provided.
There we go. Yeah. Man.
So it's what's this? This is not our Christmas episode. It'll be next week, right?
2
Huh?
weeks. 2 weeks, I think.
2 weeks. It'll be our Christmas episode?
Aren't you
Yeah.
the host?
Yeah, but
Shouldn't you know these things?
I probably should.
Yeah.
I'm so bad at dates when it comes to this.
I think it's 2 weeks. Yeah.
When we record next week will be our Christmas episode.
Wow.
Or just before Christmas.
Yeah.
Damn.
So we all wearing ugly Christmas sweaters?
Are we?
We
can.
should.
We should.
Yeah.
We good.
How about if we wear ugly Christmas onesies?
every single time that Jordan says something, and I just hear Mike like just go.
It's like I have words to say, but they just won't come out. I don't know. He's in a weird mood today. This guy. Oh my gosh. Man, we got another one to record later on this afternoon.
I know.
We got a double decker, y'all.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Well, I guess that's a no on our onesies. Fine. Make me seem weird. Well, we're going to wrap this podcast up because we got another one to do for y'all. So
You're gonna have to like in the preview for this one, you're just gonna have to cut together like all these different random clips like of the podcast.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause this was pretty funny.
Yeah, this is a personal podcast. Baby. All right, so if you
we'll
guys,
be more prepared for the next one for sure.
yeah,
Which is in a few hours.
which we're gonna. Yeah, suddenly I'll just have my shit together by then. We'll see. So, anyways, if you guys too early to slam my laptop. I'm just not on today. Just let me kick my feet back and chill out a little bit. All right, there we go. Slow down, Jordan. So, if you guys enjoyed this podcast, be sure to give it a like and a subscribe. What do I usually say at the end?
Yeah.
Yo.
Check out our podcast. We're trying to grow this stuff. I want to get us 10,000 subscribers by New Year's.
The fact that he laughed like after that.
Y'all got to watch this episode. Don't listen to it. Just watch it. It's better. So anyways, if you guys enjoyed this episode, be sure to like and subscribe. Share it with a friend. And we will be back with another one.
In a couple hours.
In a couple hours. So I am Jordan.
I'm Daryl.
I'm Mike.
Peace out, y'all. Hope I didn't break my screen. All right, we're good.